Alright, so today's video is a Q&A video. I'm going to be answering some of your guys' asked questions. I posted on my Instagram to ask me some questions, and here are some of the questions that you guys asked. And hopefully you guys are entertained and enjoy this and will participate in the next questions and answers Q&A video. Let's just get into it. The first question that popped up is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So where do I see myself in 5 years? I don't know, the future is very untold. I'm always changing my mind on what I want to do. Hopefully it still has something to do with video and photography. I'm planning on doing more of that throughout the years. So hopefully I am doing more work based on photography and film. Hopefully I have my own place by then. I'm more established, and I'll hopefully keep making videos for YouTube, and happy. I hope I see myself in 5 years happy, because that's honestly what I really want in life. It's just happiness and peace. So yeah, there's the answer for that one. Next question is, if not photography, what else? I'm not 100% sure. I've always been interested in computers and stuff like that, so maybe something in the computer realm. And yeah, I really like computers, so I've always wanted to maybe get into computers. And if not photography, then I would have probably been some type of coder or their IT person. I'm not sure, honestly, but for right now it's photography. All right, next question is, how long have I been doing photography? So I've been doing photography since like 2015, 2016. I bought my first camera when I was in high school, I believe 9th grade, so maybe 2016, 2017. And yeah, I really wanted to get into it. I've always wanted to make videos. I've always wanted something to create, and I always thought that YouTubers and vloggers were really cool, and photographers are awesome. So I really like the idea of, I keep touching my nose because I'm itchy, sorry. I really like the idea of capturing a moment, and I've always thought that that is something I might like to do. So I bought a camera when I was young. I worked for several weeks. I saved up, and then my mom helped me buy the rest of it. And yeah, that's why photography. I really enjoy it, and I've gotten this far with it. I've made pretty good bank, and it's something I really like. I really like creating moments and videos, and so hopefully it carries me on for the future. What inspires me is the next question. So I'm inspired by the idea of capturing moments. I might have just repeated that from the first question, or the how long have I been doing photography. I am inspired every day by everything I see, honestly. I get random ideas at the most random times. Like, I'll be eating lunch and I'll be like, this sounds like a fun idea. So I'll work into that, and then sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't work out. I also take a lot of inspiration from YouTubers like Peter McKinnon, Maddie Hapoya, Chris Howe. These are all videographers that I've found on YouTube over the years of me being a photographer, videographer. And I've also taken a lot of inspiration from them and what they do, and ideas of tutorials they do and stuff like that. So I've learned a lot on YouTube, and I've also been inspired by a lot of those people. So I do take inspiration from them and the people around me, honestly. I have friends that are dancers. I have friends that like makeup. I have friends that like modeling. So I'll look into their hobbies. I'll look into that, and then I'll see if I can find something to be inspired out of there. And then, we keep it going. The next question is, what was my first camera and do I still own it? My first camera was a Panasonic G7. Yeah. I do still own it. It's right here. Panasonic G7. This guy was my very first camera. It still has the kit lens on it. I have some other lenses for it. I don't use it anymore. It's dusty. I still have it just because, one, I've been trying to sell it, but no one wants to buy it because it's a little old. But I still keep it just because it's like my first camera. I started my YouTube channel with it. Well, not with this one, but I grew with my YouTube channel with this. I learned my photography on this, and it's just a fun little mirrorless camera. And I've always kept it around just to remind me. I've always kept it around just to remind me where I came from and what I've come to. Just because if I started with this and now I have this big old camera, anything's possible, to be honest with you. So hopefully I keep going forward and learning and creating. So this, yeah, it's like a little trophy of mine. I really like it. I don't know if I will sell it, honestly. Like I've offered it to people that want to get into photography, but then they don't want it. So I'm like, okay, cool. At the end of the day, it is my first camera, and it's a good camera. It shoots 4K, great quality pictures. It helped me out through a lot, honestly. All right, so the next question is, what is my favorite lens? My favorite lens is, all right, so my favorite lens is this bad boy. It is the 70-200 Canon EF 2.8. It is a Pro Series lens, and I just love it because telephoto lenses have always had a peak in my eye. I don't know if that's how you say it, but have always piqued my interest, just because like it's seeing something that's so far away, or it's far away in a closer like, look at that element. Sheesh. Like it's so fun to shoot with this telephoto lens, and people think, oh, it's just for animals or birds. It's not. This lens is very versatile. I have shot people on this lens. Well, not shot, I've taken pictures of people on this lens. I've shot animals on this lens. I've shot, honestly, you can shoot a lot of things, cars, vehicles. This is a very versatile lens, just because it goes from 70 to 200. 200 is usually for that really tight compression shots. 70 is for a little bit wider, but just depends on your subject, honestly. Like I did a photo shoot with this lens a while back. I shot a wedding on this lens. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw the wedding pictures. Most of the pictures were taken on this bad boy. It's really good for wedding photography because you can stay a little bit in the back and then take your good quality pictures. Also, it's a 2.8, which makes it really wide and stuff, so it opens up, lets in a lot of light, and creates that nice bokeh blurry background. So this is my favorite lens. Alright, my next question is, any advice for new photographers? New photographers, I recommend you just pick up either your phone or get a very cheap camera. If you're gonna start with your phone, just take as many pictures as you can, try to find different angles, shoot through things, stuff like that. If you're gonna get a camera, my recommendations would be to learn everything you can about the camera, learn how to function your camera on manual, learn everything that's ISO, aperture, and f-stops. Also figure out what type of photography you want to do. There's a bunch of different types of photography. There is portraits, there's weddings, there's events, there's wildlife, there's astrophotography, there's long exposures, there's a bunch of photography. There's a bunch of photography. So that's also my advice. Find your niche. Of course, try everything, because honestly, photography is subjective, so you can shoot whatever you want. And learn all the rules of photography and learn how to break those rules. So what do I mean by that? Like, there's rules on photography based on where you should place your subject. There's rules on what you should expose or how you should expose things. Learn those rules and then learn how to break them. So what I mean is, maybe don't have your subject straight in the center, maybe have them a little to the side, a little too high, a little too low, just to create a different perspective. Maybe sometimes you want a perfectly exposed photo, which is basic photography rules. Oh, properly exposed photo. You don't always have to do that. You can either underexpose, overexpose, create a different look. That's what I really like about photography, because you have the rules and you can choose whether to follow them or to break them. So that's something I really like to do. Alright, so that was the last question. Thank you so much for asking them on my Instagram. If you want to be part of the next Q&A, please follow me on Instagram. I will be posting that. I'll post it the day before, just so the questions are fresh. But thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button, comment below if you like this type of video, and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And I will see you guys on Monday.